All right, Monday morning, just down at the body shop. Show you some progress on the boat here. So the inside is all done. There's not a lot of light for side view of the Pearl in it, but he's just going to mask up the inside and then paint the back of the boat and the bottom here goes orange, and then all back here he has to do, and then it'll all get cleared with a speckle. This side you can see it better. Not sure if you can see how much it translates on camera, but out in the sun that's gonna really pop, so that's nice. So yeah, so that's where he's at in this. Of course, Mondays no one else is working in the shop, but we'll do a walk around over there anyway. It's pretty packed with vehicles. It's our new shop truck we picked up on Saturday, so we'll start looking that thing over when we have some time, but we'll have to get that fifth wheel out. It's just taking up space. We'll probably never use it unless we get a different trailer one day for hauling a couple cars fifth wheel wise or something, but not in the plans. So yeah, a little busy for parking over here, but yeah, the F-250 went over last week. It's pretty much done. This C10 is just getting a grocery list of little things done. Falcon is partway through the Dakota Digital installation, so it's moved up here. Cherokee, we've just done the inspection on that to see what all has to be done and needs to be done. Start getting work on that. Buick McLaughlin has moved over closer to Lyle's area. He can start doing some of the upholstery on it. We got those fenders on that we painted. Bernard had this running. I think Leah's got some video she'll pop up here of it running.
That's like it's supposed to sound. Pretty good.
They were grinding in the background of that video, so it's probably a little loud, but you can't really hear the car running. So that's cool. It's moved over closer to upholstery, and then the 40 Ford we went and picked up on Friday and got that in place, so Lyle can get working on that this week as well. So he's done a reset over in the upholstery shop. One of these Mondays I'm going to get the walls finished in here. I just got to go pick up the slat board that we're going to use to finish it, just clean it up a bit in here. We plan to paint all the wood legs and everything black, and get the back walls are going to be black, and then have that black and white finish, I guess. It's got it all cleaned up so we can get onto these jobs. So quite the reset here on Friday. I'm not sure where they're at with the runnability on the 57. I think we just got busy with other work, and we don't prioritize kind of our own vehicles. So that one will be back to it, I'm sure, this week, and then the Lincoln's back over in Fab. Just dealing with a bit of a rattle and wind noise on this roof of this car. It's been a bit of a problem we've been trying to help him rectify forever. It's pretty old school style to have no noise, but he does highway drive this car a lot, so he wants to try and make it as quiet as possible. And then the 34, as you've seen in I think the last video, the hinges are pretty much done. We have actuators that are supposed to arrive this week, so we hope to get the trunk stuff kind of dialed in pretty quick, and then get all the engine parts back hopefully soon from Rich, so we can start getting the intake repainted and getting the engine back together. And there's going to be some hardware that he had to make 12 point that we're going to have to get chromed. So yeah, we need to get back on this if we're going to be getting it to Deuce Days this year, which reminds me I need to book a ferry. So anyway, that's about it over here at the hot rod shop today. Like I said, it's Monday. There's only the body shop running today at this point. In the future, we hope to, have some more people maybe working on Mondays and split it up like we do in the auto shop. And that doesn't always work perfectly, so we'll see what we come up with in the future on that. So I'm gonna head back down to automotive and see what's happening. All right, just in the auto shop here on this Monday. This 69 Camaro, sounds like a mother and daughter are getting this car up to snuff so they can drive it. I think maybe the father might no longer be with us. So just kind of more of an inspection. They want some brighter headlights, just some little kind of knick-knack things that they're getting us to look at. So I think that's all that's about on that. They're just checking it all over at this point. And over here, Phil's car, the rat is on its way back in. I believe we were having some issues with it fitting back in the grill shell, so we're hoping that these brackets never got welded back on differently. But that was our initial thought when we seen that. Yeah, not sure where we're at with the Mitsubishi. Bunch of little things. Ashley's been working on it. Customer asked to have her work on it since she's worked on it a few different times for him. And then Dan's Camaro is in for an oil change, and he changed his own AC pump and still has a leak. So we are looking at the leak as well as doing an oil change. So that's pretty much it. The drive on, there was a Jeep Cherokee in here. Ashley was working on for Fix Auto. It was in a collision and has a noise a customer is complaining about. So that's just out on the road at this point. But that's it for our kind of slow Monday walkthrough at the auto shop. All right, just down at the automotive shop for Tuesday morning. Got this cool T-Bird in for some basic type tune-up work. My Bronco's in here. We're getting the brake system installed for tow behind, so soon I'll be able to have this behind the truck and camper. So Ashley and Jim are working together on that, and it's also something that we're going to be advertising that we can install now, because Jim has a extensive history in doing flat tow type stuff. So we've already talked with some of the RV dealers, and we're going to get Ashley trained up on them as well. So we have Jim and Ashley to do that. So it's all the lights and the breakaway and a brake switch and everything to make this flat towable. So we'll be able to haul it behind the truck and camper. Looks like Dave's done. I think we were doing the water pump or something. We got video on it last week. He had the front end apart. It's all back together, and it looks like he was just doing the coolant on it. Somebody had already switched this over to green. It was supposed to be blue, but it was already previously switched over. So if you're in the comments saying, hey, that Mercedes should have special blue coolant, you are correct, but somebody's already converted it to green, so it's staying that way. And the little 32, the guy that redid the rad, I guess, was in this morning, and I see the rad is now gone. So he must have realized that something got altered, and he is fixing that. And the blue Camaro, I don't really know what's happening with this. I will have to get better at finding out beforehand what's going on here, but we got a lot going on right now, so I don't know off the top of my head of everything. It's got a ankle cutter there for sure for tailpipe. This Cadillac's in for a door popper issue. It's got shaved handles, and the door popper module is not working properly, so I think that's why that's in here. Pretty cool car. It's got some big wheels under there. Yeah, looks like a fairly old custom build, but super cool. Got some billet in there. So it's been a deuce days, 2016. Cool car. We got the alignment done on the Beaumont, and I've ordered him a carburetor. We're going to get rid of the spacer. We're going to just put an Eldebrock on with, which will get rid of the adapter with electric choke, since we need electric choke now with the heads and intake that we've installed. So that's all coming. This is a Corvette we did the body and paint on a couple of years ago, in for some, beginning of the year bugs to work out of it, I'm sure. Not entirely sure what's all on his list. Yeah, painted this one black there a couple of years ago. Then the LaSalle Cadillac, not sure what's on the go there, other than just waiting on some parts, I believe. So that's about the gist of the update here in the automotive shop for Tuesday morning. Lots on the go, and a pile of cars out back as well. We'll keep updating as we can here. All right, just down at the hot rod shop, kind of going old school with the cell phone. I forgot my camera up in the office. Just gonna do a quick walk through here. So we got the 34, we got the actuators and stuff in for doing the trunk. We just need to get the hinges from Rich. And there's some TPSs for Rich there as well, for the stuff he's doing under the hood. Falcon, I believe they're pretty much done. The Dakota Digital, there it sits installed now, looking good. So I think just some final assembly on that, I'm not sure. Everyone's on lunch, so good time to film. There's the old dash, the 85 Chev. Bernard is working on it, not sure what he's working on. All sorts of things going on with this one. And Lyle has been getting into the Buick this morning. So I see he's laying out some of the original panels and seeing what's here and isn't here, I'm sure, and kind of coming up with a plan. It's got these jump seats and stuff. So yeah, I see he's got starting on door cards here. So these are all plastic. So he's got 3 of those 4 done. So he's getting ready to build door panels. So that's good. The 40, I don't think we're doing anything with quite yet, but it's down here in line for him. Yeah, so you can see he's taking some templates of old parts in here and making some new stuff. Getting going on the upholstery on on the old Buick. So that's gonna look cool. Big transition for this to get going on that stuff. Now that it's up and running. Over here on the Cherokee, one of the biggest concerns in this thing was exhaust getting in the vehicle, and then it did get moldy because the roof was leaking. So I believe we've tightened up and sealed up the roof rack. Not entirely sure. Well, all Clint's done on that, but we're just getting it apart to check out the floors and get the seats shampooed. We'll see where we're at with everything in the floors, if there's any leaks in the firewall or floors, and then get those sealed up and maybe some Dynamat to just kind of keep working our way into making it a reliable driver for them. Yeah, he wants to be able to put his wife and kids in here and obviously not stink of exhaust and all that type of stuff. So, and mold, of course. And then we'll have to do a headliner. So yeah, that's about it on the Cherokee. And over in the paint shop, Bird's been doing some work on the Fair Lady. He's getting some of the body work going on that, but also while he's getting the boat done, just quickly take a quick look in there. He's got some final touch-up stuff to do, but nothing crazy. These boats, doing them inside and out and two-tone is a lot of work, and you end up sometimes with transition lines that we gotta polish out. So this is that one that we looked over the colors. So I think you can see it here as we get to the lights, the extra pearl. So this is done in a base coat, not base coat, single stage black, single stage orange, and then the pearl is in the clear. And that was able to give us this extra bright pearl look. So this is just with the booth lights. You can really see how it pops. So it's going to be interesting out in the sun to see, as you can see how the transition down here, how it changes, goes from a reddy orange to like a bright kind of orange down there. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, other than a little bit of work on some of these transition spots that he needs to polish up, or maybe do a little sanding and re-clearing. I'm not sure what his plan is there yet, but other than that, it is all done. So yeah, there's your update for Tuesday. You can see the pearl there too, looks really good. So yeah, there's the update for Tuesday down at the hot rod shop. Shop's getting pretty busy with everyone getting their cars out of storage. So Mark and I are just running some of Kevin's cars down to our storage for now to clear up some space. So I brought the 55 already. 7 seems to be running pretty good now, so that's good. Just clearing up space. This is all just kind of backup work at the moment to get Kevin's cars all dialed right in for the summer. So yeah, we're gonna get the 55, 56, and 57 all down to storage for now, and then when we have time, we will get back to them. All right. Got the call from Jamie. He's got all the cables and the weld fixed on my boat, but we have been chasing a bit of a vibration in the boat for a couple of years. He's available this afternoon right now to have me pick up the boat, and we'll head to the river and give it a test run so he can feel the vibration himself. It feels like a balancing issue at higher RPM, so just heading out there now. Hopefully it's fixed. He did say that a broken weld in the hull that we did fix could cause a vibration like that. I'm not sure, maybe the harmonics in a boat do that. It's not my expertise, but I hope that's all it was, but I'm really doubtful on that. So we'll head out and see what we see. All right, didn't get the camera out on the water as it's too tired to hold a phone. I didn't bring any gear with me. So just crossing the Agassiz Bridge now. Got the boat behind me here. Everything went pretty good with the boat. The steering has never worked well on this boat since brand new. So with the new steering cable, it is night and day what it used to be. So that's nice. The throttle cable is good now too with the new cable. We're still feeling a vibration at like 3,600 RPM and higher. So we're going to order in some motor mounts for it. There's a chance that it's got 4 motor mounts and one of them could be grounding out. So the boat's got 647 hours on it, and this will be its 8th season. So it's about 7 years old. So yeah, it could definitely be an engine mount. I'll show some pictures or video of that when we get into changing them. So we're going to order up those and see what comes of that. It's one of those things too where I've had it now for a couple of years vibrating, but it hasn't got any better or worse. So it's probably just something simple like an engine mount. Kind of makes sense. So yeah, anyway, that's about that. Just gonna get back to the shop, dump it off in detail, and then we have our Tuesday night car meet at the shop. So gotta get back and do that. It's already 5:30, so the shop's just shutting down and people start showing up usually at about 5:45. But the weather isn't the greatest, so we'll see what happens here if we get much of a turnout tonight. So anyway, we'll see you at the shop. Don't fill the food with dust.